Alright, now we're going to teach you electrical basics, how to troubleshoot stuff. This is called what?
The fuse disconnector?
That is correct. Fuse disconnect.
Fuse disconnect.
Not fuse disconnector. So cute. This is the fuse disconnect pull-out, where you would disconnect the power from the AC unit. So when you're working on it, always remove the power. Well, first you physically want to see the unit running to see what's wrong, because you can see if the fan is running or the compressor is not running. So before you start working on any type of air conditioning units, you want to disconnect the fuse disconnect. Usually 9 out of 10 times these will have fuses. Okay, so if this doesn't, that's fine, because it's still protected by your circuit breaker. So this unit is protected by a circuit breaker and then fuses, or just a circuit breaker. Okay, now we disconnected the power. Now get your voltmeter out. On your voltmeter, you have a V with a squiggly line looking warm below it, and then you got a V on the right side, which is a straight line and 3 dots in the bottom. What are we checking power here for?
AC.
AC. Why?
Because DC is direct power for batteries.
Direct current for batteries and everything else. Now this, what voltage is this unit?
230.
230. If you're unsure on any type of piece of equipment, you'd look at the plate that's on the unit. Like, check that out right there. Every unit has a model number and serial number. Okay. Show that in there.
208 to 230.
There you go. Alright. So, my voltmeter has a range on alternating current AC of 200 and 750. What are you going to set it on?
So it's over 200, so I'm going to set it for 750.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay. Now you got, if you look at your fuse disconnect, you got line, load, load, line.
Okay.
What does that mean? What does line mean?
That there's two lines of power.
You cut,
two
you're burning
current.
yourself. What does line and load mean? Use a little common sense on that.
So what's going in is what's coming out.
There you go. So, which would the load be your AC, or would it be the power coming into your fuse disconnect?
The load would go to the AC.
There you're correct. That is correct. And your line is the power coming from the circuit breaker.
Okay.
To juice up your AC unit.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do we have power right now on load? With this off, do we have power on the load or on the line?
On line.
That's correct. What about the load?
That's disconnected.
There you go. Correct. So where are you going to check power on?
On the line.
On the line. Now, 230 volt, you would have 3 wires.
Okay.
Line 1.
Okay.
And line 2. Okay? And you have your ground.
Alright.
So those are your 3 power wires that you always have. Ground is to protect it in case the compressor gets shorted out, or if there's an electrical storm or something, it'll immediately pop the breaker.
Okay.
Or anything that's overamping in a unit. So, we're looking for 230 volts. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to go on one of these prongs right here.
Mm-hmm.
Never touch this metal when you're checking power.
Okay.
And never, when you're checking power, never touch that, the line, and touch it to here.
Alright.
It'll short out and you'll burn up right in your face.
Alright.
And you can pop the breaker too, or you're going to ruin your voltmeter.
Alright.
So very carefully, you're going to watch me do this.
Alright.
You're going to stick it right in there, inside the terminal of the line, and terminal of the line. What have we been getting?
245.
245. Now the unit said it was 208, 230.
Yes.
So this is still the same as 208, 230,
Yeah.
240. It's all the same thing. You're going to have higher or less voltage.
Okay.
But some units are very sensitive to making sure that you have the correct power to it, or the compressor will overheat because it'll start overamping because it's not getting enough voltage going into it.
Okay.
Okay? See, I'm getting 245. Now, check this out. All this. Now, we're going to go from one line to your ground. You're getting 120, 115 volt. Watch. We're going to go to the next line. You're getting 120, 115. Okay? So, together, you're getting 230. You're always going to get 230. One off each other, you're always going to get 115.
Yeah.
So just because you're getting 230 here, you would think the unit's okay, but I've seen it before where I go to ground and this has no power. And I'm like, what the hey, but I'm getting 230 here, but I'm not getting anything here? So that means it's not properly grounded. I always make sure that you're getting all the voltage.
Does that mean that just one line is shooting the whole 230?
It could be. Or you got a short, or the wires melted together, or somebody miswired it wrong. Or they put it on two separate breakers, which you're not supposed to do that. Okay? So, go ahead and try it.
Oh shit.
There you go, see? Now, if you were getting 115 when you're supposed to get 230, what's the problem?
One of those wires isn't connected right?
Thank you. So, find out where the breaker's at. It might be a pop breaker, because it's a double pole breaker. You use two types of breakers built into one, so if one of those lines were to pop, it'll pop the whole thing no matter what.
Okay.
So you would check the breaker to see if it's partially popped or, needs to be reset.
Right.
Okay? Or the connections is not tight. So you make sure you turn off the breaker and then you tighten down the connections.
Okay.
Okay? Now, with that in mind, now we're going to connect the fuse disconnect. All fuse disconnects have a position where you can put it on or off.
Oh, alright.
Only because you don't want to lose this part. It's very important.
Yeah.
So if you look right here, see the off and the on?
Yeah.
Pretend I'm going to plug it in.
Oh, that's
It's going to be on or off?
On.
Okay. Now if I flip it this way,
Off.
off. So if I do it this, are you going to get power to the unit?
No.
No. Now I'm going to flip it around. Now I'm going to juice up my unit. Make sure nothing's going to short out. Now I'm going to give juice to my unit. Okay. Now what does that mean now?
That's power.
Then that's powered now. Okay. Now what we're going to do here, move the camera. Alright. Now that you know that you have power, what are you going to check next?
The contactors?
There you go. Because it's now going to give power to the contactor. So go ahead.
So do I check certain lines or?
Be very careful now. It's live.
Yeah.
Watch out. Okay.
See,
you see those two lines
yeah.
that you saw from the fuse
down
disconnect?
there? Yes.
Right down there. Now check that for power.
Check both of those?
Yeah. Don't touch anything, okay? Careful. What are you getting?
45.
Yep. And then check them individually.
Where's the ground?
Right there. Or you can touch any piece of the metal
All
that's
right.
clean. What are you getting?
115 and 120.
Like you're supposed to. Check the other one now. Move the ground around. See.
115 and 120.
Now, next step is you want to check your run capacitors and start capacitors. Okay? So I'm going to turn this off and we're going to go to module 2.